Just excited we're advancing. Rutgers. Northwestern's on my brain right now. Next game. Rutgers, good team. They're dynamic in the front. They went a little bit more direct than we anticipated. But they're very good at picking up second balls and running at you. And I thought our 1-2 defending and just overall defensive principles I thought was the key today. And we obviously knew we'd get a couple good chances, and I thought the goal was fantastic. Good finish by Sammy. Maybe not we'd like a few more good chances. I thought we were a little bit slow in some recognizing a couple other good attacks that we could have gotten the ball in dangerous spots. But that said, good win. I thought we fought hard. The response from last Sunday was competing. We just didn't compete hard enough in that last game. And there were some things we missed here and there, but we competed, every player. And I thought that was a positive response, which they've been doing a good job of that, but we just know we can't take a day off in that area.
Questions? What was the thought process starting Lawson today?
Well, there's a couple reasons. One, Lawson, we feel we have a lot of confidence in. We needed to get him a feel of a start. Spencer and I had a lot of talks this week. He was not at the performance or the way he handled that game. And, sometimes you have to come sit with the staff a little bit to kind of feel that. Ultimately, here's a guy that sat out last year because of injury, and he just didn't put out the effort that we needed last game, and it's inexcusable. And he owned up on it. So I thought it was important for him to start coming off the bench. And we need to rotate our wide backs. It's something that we talked about with BB and Lawson, with Spencer and McNick. And that was why we did it. Joey and Muni, I also wanted to kind of tinker with that because we've done it in a couple games this year. They're not major changes, but we thought with maybe the way they were going to attack and what side they're going to attack, we just thought Muni could help us on the left side a little bit. And that was kind of the reason why we did that.
Coach, a very defensive, physical game as well. What do you make of the lack of opportunities created on both sides? Are you happy that you didn't really allow Rutgers to hurt you that much in the second half?
Yes, the game stalled out a bit. Obviously the stoppages with looking at the reviews, that kind of killed the tempo. The game didn't have a great flow for really either team second half, but we obviously the lead, we're okay with kind of killing off. I thought we could have been a little bit more decisive on when and where to go with the lead. I thought we could have held the ball a little bit better and been a little bit, again, more aggressive and patient. It's a really fine line when you tell your team be aggressive but be patient. In doing so, I think we could have changed the point of attack a little bit better with the one striker. So things that we'll continue to look at and get better. But yeah, I think the game really had a weird flow in general. And that's, play games like that. But we'll look at where we could have done better offensively. We did get around the edge a few times, a couple more crosses. Did we miss the open player? Did they make a couple great defensive plays? Hard to see from my angle, but we got in those spots. Sometimes those second balls just don't find your team. We got the one we needed.
You mentioned those stoppages, the one with Pizzera. What was the referee looking at in the VAR?
God, you can only review if there's something that could be carded, and you have to give a red in that instance. You can't give a yellow. And it was definitely yellow, but he couldn't give it to him. He didn't feel it was harsh enough to be red. I haven't seen it, so I can't give you my opinion. We absolutely looked at it a long time. It's a big decision. It changes this game. It changes the next game for whoever would advance. In their case, obviously it's a good point, but if they were to win. So I get it. I don't have any room for off the ball stuff, so I'll review it and kind of give my input. If one of our guys did that I'd pull him out of the game, whether it's a card or defense or not. So I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really comment on what I thought about it. But it did kind of kill off the flow. He sat there a long time at the VAR. And that's all you can review: goal or no goal, and violent conduct. Obviously, we thought we had a penalty in the first half. I wish we could review that, but that was not reviewable.
Do you wish they expanded VAR to include that? Because I know it's more than they've ever had before, and I know when I covered baseball in the spring, they wanted anything, and they have nothing. So do you like having just a little bit, or would you prefer they added
I
PKs?
want to be a little careful on how far it goes because it needs to be consistent, and that's where there may not be. The leagues that have it, there's education, there's a lot more staff. To do that across college soccer might be difficult. So I want to be careful on how much we expand. I think right now is okay the way we have it. As much as it might hurt you in a game, you don't want it to come out of control.
You moved Nick into midfield at times in that match. Was that kind of to throw Rutgers Rutgers off, or does that kind of look at different looks for your son?
That's again another look. I mean, Joe, we ask a lot of Joe, and he runs a heck of a lot. And Nick is a really good defender. He's really quick. He's got good feet. So we thought maybe he could help us there in games if Joe maybe doesn't have his legs, takes a knock. We like Ben and Patty and queue up the field a bit higher. We think they can help the game higher. So to pull one of them back, I don't think necessarily is the best move for us. It's doable. So yeah, this was the week that we're like, hey, for us to make the run we want, we got to have a couple things, experiment, but obviously it's not one where it's like, this is the first time we did it. We did it in training. Nick and I spoke about it. He was comfortable. So certainly don't want to do that the first time like we did last year. Malone played right back in the Michigan game because of Spencer's break and a couple things. And he never played right back in training. And he did fine. Sometimes you just don't even give him a chance to think about it. And Nick, I thought, did a good job everywhere we put him. And I told the team, I think, November, we always say who Mr. November is. I told the teams that maybe Mr. November, I think our depth is going to carry this team to the farthest point. I really believe that.
Looking ahead, obviously, you guys just finished watching the Northwestern ending. Obviously, you guys don't have play whoever you want, but obviously it has to feel nice having a game here, right?
Yeah, having a home game, Northwestern's a tough out. They got some good attackers, and Russell's done a nice job. I think there's part of the group that really wanted to go back to Maryland, to be honest with you, because it left a bitter taste. But anytime you can play in front of your home fans, it trumps everything. So they're going to be a tough opponent. Obviously, just took down Maryland. So yes, I'm happy we're playing at home. The edgy piece of me is like I wanted to kind of go back and do it again, but the travel, the ease of this week is going to give us the best chance to advance. So that's what we're excited about.
What have you done differently late in the year? I mean, I know you've talked about this, but you were getting leads earlier in the year, obviously with Michigan and Rutgers, and not holding on. And in the last few games, you're doing better on defense. You're getting more shutouts, and once you get the lead, you're holding on. How have you tinkered with that?
I think a lot of that's been our key distribution and decision making and communication in the back third. So you saw a lot today where guys left balls for Roman, they shielded. Our terminology got cleaner. Our functional clearances got better. We didn't put guys in tough spots. I thought Roman maybe gave Ben one in the second half that maybe kind of put him in a tough spot, putting our team in less tough spots that could lead into a giveaway unnecessarily with a lead. We've addressed our restarts late in games with the long throw. They have a long one, as did Michigan. Most teams to have one. So I think we've gotten better at that. Sometimes you got to get kind of a tough lesson. So I think all those things is why we're a little bit more shirt up late in the game.
Anything else? All right.
All right, thanks guys. We'll see you
Thank
Wednesday.
you. Yep.